another tweet I got, and here's what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is let you see if you can make the distinctions on how my work is different. Okay? Because I believe that living in magnificence and staying out in your own happiness, it takes a tremendous amount of vigilance, and it takes a certain amount of knowledge. One of the things that you must know is if you get to really huge high states of happiness, anybody and everybody will try to take it away from you unless they're in their own really high state of happiness. And if you don't know that, it can be so easily lost. And it's the vigilance and the making distinctions that makes a difference. Maslow says that people who are self-actualized are out in the world of observation. They observe, they don't judge. It's not a conceptual world, not a world of projection. And that's what I'm trying to get here, is that I want to make distinctions on these. However, whatever anybody's writing to me on their tweets, they're absolutely 100% correct. The last video I just addressed, where they said that I've gone past into perfection, they're absolutely correct about what they're saying. What I'm trying to do is make a distinction on how I live my life, because I think it's a valuable distinction, and I think there's a huge part, but I think there's a certain amount of population that will create a tremendous amount of value if they can see how I'm making these distinctions. And this one says, happiness is merely a choice that one accepts. Absolutely true. Absolutely impossible sometimes. You know, there are times when people can't make that choice. It's a choice, yes. Is it always a choice? I don't know. I've been in a state where I couldn't find my own happiness, and it sure didn't seem like a choice that I could accept. It didn't seem like I could reach out and grab it, because I wasn't there at that point in time. You know, I was at a friend of mine's funeral, and I couldn't find my happiness anywhere. I was so sad that that guy left the planet, and I was going to miss him, and I knew it. And maybe it's a choice. Maybe I could have looked around and gone, you can be happy, Mick. But I didn't see how to see it from there. What I did know how to do was to absolutely appreciate, not enjoy, appreciate the sadness. And it took a while. When I left him in Maui, it hurt a lot. He was 20. He was going to school halfway across the world. And it hurt a lot. We both cried. And I thought, I can't appreciate this yet. And it took me a little while to appreciate it. My Uncle John Mahaffey came to visit me a few years ago. And their oldest son was killed in a car accident years ago. And Uncle John would go from place to place and assist people. I was building a deck, and he came, and we spent hours in the Houston heat, and everybody else was dead, finished, and Uncle John, damn near 80, was still going. But we sat and talked, and he said to me, you know, Mick, he said, it took me 20 years to absolutely see the perfection in my son's death. He said, for years I was bitter about it. But he said, I eventually saw it. I saw the blessing. I saw that. And sometimes it takes a while. But I don't think he could have made the choice to accept that. It's just what I've seen. Thanks.